So when it comes to women, a lot of guys will focus on what do they say, but a lot of it, I would say 90% of it is the energy. It's what energy are you giving off? Women are mainly attracted to energy. They're not thinking so much about what you say. They might use that as an excuse. They might be like, oh, it's because you said this or because of this logical thing. But that's just their prefrontal cortex thinking that that's the logical reason, but the true decision that they made came from the reptilian brain, the thing that's picking up on energy. It's not picking up on the logical things you're saying. Now, how do I know this? I've approached thousands of women. I've gone on hundreds of dates. And if you want to get to know more about what I do, you can book a call with me and send me a message in Instagram if you want. But let's get back to the video. So what you really want to understand is that women respond to grounded masculine energy. Grounded masculine energy. It's a feeling state. It's a feeling state. It's not what you say. It doesn't really matter that much what you say. It's more so a feeling state. And you need to develop this feeling state through different things that you do consciously and unconsciously. So what do I mean by that? I mean that when you go and you speak to a woman, if you have a nervous energy about you and she feels this kind of nervous, jittery, or even overly playful. A lot of times when I would be overly playful with women, I would never see them again, even though I felt maybe calm and relaxed. I'm not saying being playful is bad, but I mean that kind of high energy playfulness. Women enjoy playfulness, but it needs to be coming from a grounded masculine place. It can't be coming from this kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, carefree, not responsible, not parental, kind of like a childlike playfulness. Women are not super attracted to. They want a grounded playfulness, like a parental playfulness, a playfulness that comes from a place of grounded security. So you have to understand, women more than anything are looking for security. And if the way you're talking to her comes across that you couldn't be like that secure figure, that like parental figure almost, she's not going to feel attraction and she's not going to want to see you again. So you have to understand how to cultivate this energy. And I'll get into this right now. Basically, this is something you have to cultivate in your day-to-day life and also when you interact with women directly. So I'll get into it. In your day-to-day life, you need to be grounded. You need to have clear plans, clear decisions, clear things you want to do, and you can't be overly stressed. If you're overly stressed in life, you're not going to be grounded. Now, I'm not saying you can't take on stress, but you can't let stress get to you. If you let stress get to you, you're going to lose your groundedness. It's actually going to fry your kidneys, and your kidneys are really where your groundedness lies. Because if your kidneys aren't healthy, if they're fried by too much stress, you're going to get ungrounded. You're not going to come across as masculine. You're going to come across as frantic, childlike, not responsible, not trustworthy. All these things that women are not attracted to. So you want to reduce the amount of stress in your life. And that doesn't mean don't have stress in your life. I guess I'm saying reduce the amount of stress in your body. So change the way that you react to stress. Every time you start to feel stress come up, realize that this is bad. This is bad for your attraction with women. So you're going to want to find ways to manage that stress. Maybe put certain structures in place. Maybe breathe deeply, breathe from your belly. Maybe look at the bright side of different situations. You're going to have to figure this out for yourself. Everyone's different. I can make another video on this. But what I like to do myself is understand that I am not in control of everything. And because I'm not in control of everything, I can't get stressed out about everything. All I can do is what I can do. And whatever happens outside of that is not of my worry. It's not of my worry because I can only do my best. And outside of that, let the chips fall where they may. That's kind of the mindset I have for keeping my stress levels low. And you could use religion, whatever you need to use, spirituality, meditation. Meditation's great. But whatever it is you use, you need to cultivate this in your life. I know it doesn't sound sexy, just reduce the stress you feel in your body. But I'm telling you guys, you need to do this to attract women. Okay? You need to reduce the stress that you feel in your body. Now, how do you actually become more grounded when you're talking to women themselves? Now, this is actually a practice in and of itself, because you could feel moderately grounded in your life, but still when you talk to women, you start acting all weird and jittery and talking high pitch. No, okay, let's move down. Let's go down. It's all about lower energy. Women are attracted to lower energy. That's why women are really turned on by that slow, low voice, because women love that low, grounded energy. So you need to learn how to cultivate this low, grounded energy. One thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is breathe from your belly. Don't breathe from your chest. Breathe from your chest too much. Your voice goes up. Everything goes up. Breathe from your belly. And you naturally are going to talk lower pitch. You're going to have a more masculine voice. You're going to be more grounded. But it's not just breathing from your belly. You also want to maintain a posture that is relatively neutral. So you understand, like, women and particularly gay men have a very curved posture. If you guys could see, it's very like this, where their posture is curved. Their butt is out, their shoulders are way back, their chest is up. That's a very feminine, airy posture. You want your posture not to be down like this, but generally neutral, generally straight. Now, this actually makes you more grounded. And when you're more grounded, you appear more masculine, and women are more attracted to you, okay? So it's very important to maintain a good neutral posture, to breathe from the belly. And one last thing, I know this is getting a little bit like out there, but it really works, guys. It really works. One last thing is you want to breathe. Well, two other things. You want to breathe not just from your lower belly, but breathe from your lower back. So almost feel your lower back expanding when you breathe. That's going to help you with that neutral, straight posture, that masculine posture. When you not only breathe from your lower belly, but you also breathe from your lower back. And one other thing you can do is actually just focus on your lower area, your lower belly. Like, put your attention in your lower belly, in your lower back. Put your attention there, and you're actually going to start to feel more grounded. I know this sounds kind of crazy, but I'm telling you guys, this works. When you do this, you stop feeling nervous around women. You actually are able to approach women with zero nerves. Like, you won't be shaking at all. Your voice won't be stuttering. You won't be doing any nervous laughters or nervous tics. You'll be totally grounded around the most beautiful women. And it's very rare for a beautiful woman to be around a man that's totally grounded, because most men, they lose their groundedness around beautiful women. So this is actually going to work even better with even more beautiful women, because it's so rare for a very beautiful woman to be around a man that's extremely grounded. So actually, this is going to work even better the more beautiful the woman, because it's more rare for her. A more average woman, guys tend to be more relaxed and grounded around them. But very beautiful women, it's quite the opposite. Men are jittery, frantic, childish, and they don't have that strong masculine paternal presence. So you're going to want to practice these things, guys. I'm making this video because it really works. I'm saying this from experience. I'm saying this from real lived experience, thousands of approaches, tons of dates, and I've seen the patterns. I've seen the patterns myself. So that's why I'm making this video. But like I said, if you want to get in contact with me, DM me on Instagram. The link's in the description. Peace.